Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope all are very good. Today, we are back with the 11th lesson. In this particular video, we are going to learn what is waste, rural and urban waste differences, the methods of disposal of waste, practice the habits of reducing waste. Lesson name is Waste is Wealth. Okay. Then what is waste? Objects which are no longer of any use to us are called waste. Or unwanted or unusable material substances or byproducts is also called what? Waste. Okay. Before starting the lesson, I have one doubt. Children, will you solve it? Okay. Before using vegetables and fruits, what should we do? Yes, remove the outer skin of vegetables and fruits. And also peel it or wash it with cold water or clean it with baking soda and water. Even when you are going to rinse vegetables, you must ensure that your hands are clean. Understood? So, after peel out, what should we do? Where we throw all the waste? Yes, we throw all wastes in the dustbin. Whatever waste is collected in the home is thrown into the dustbin. Isn't it? Yes. We throw the skin of fruits, vegetables, food waste, plastic into the dustbin. Do you know, children, waste is a very comfortable place for cockroaches and rats. Already we know that, isn't it? The waste contain many things like plastic, tin, rubber, fruit, vegetable wastes, etc. Some things will decay and some will not decay. For example, vegetables and fruits peels will decay, but plastic, tin, rubber, these things will not decay. Decay means what? Yes, decay means it will not mix with the soil. So it takes longer duration. But vegetable, fruit peels will decay soon. They mix with soil easily. But plastic, tin, rubber, these things will not. It is better to give these things to the people who buy the old things. And also, useful things can be made out of these waste materials. From plastic bottles, from the tin, we can make so many useful things. Isn't it? Children, things which have been thrown by these waste things, useful things, already I told you. These things can be made out of colorful bottles, tins and pipes of paper. Are you observing the pictures? Yes. Whatever waste things we thrown out, a lorry will come to take all the household wastes. Isn't it? Then where do they take? Are you thinking? Yes, they take all the waste materials to the outskirts of the locality. Outskirts means what? Outer part of the city or town. There all waste will decay and change into manure. The municipality workers collect all wastes. They have come with vehicles to collect wastes from these dustbins. These municipality workers remove the wastes from the dustbins and keep the place clean and tidy. Isn't it? They collect or carry the wastes to the outskirts of the locality and dispose them there. See children, the board with instruction showing the types of wastes to be thrown in the dustbins. Now, I think you understood these points. Okay, now let us study about the different types of wastes. Generally, there are 4 types of wastes. First one is dry waste, wet waste, hazardous waste, and fourth one is polluted waste. One by one, let us learn. Dry waste. First one is dry waste. The name itself indicates the wastes which are throwing should be dry. Plastics, glass, pieces of metal, rags. Rags means old cloths, and rubber, etc. Rags already I told, old cloths. It is better to give rag pickers or the people who buy old things. Understood? So, it is called dry waste. Second is wet waste. Wet waste means food waste, that is leftover food, kitchen waste, decaying food items, meat, vegetable waste, dry leaves, pieces of paper, etc. This wet waste can be converted into manure. Then what is manure? Are you thinking? Wet waste is good to make manures. What? Wet waste is good to make manures. Third one is hazardous waste. For example, paints, insecticides, poisonous chemicals, broken tube lights, used batteries, expired medicines, etc. These wastes can be kept in a bags and put them in the municipality bins for proper disposal. Okay, did you understood? Paints, insecticides, poisonous chemicals, broken tube lights, used batteries, expired medicines, all these things comes under hazardous wastes. Okay. Fourth one is polluted waste. Generally, the hospital wastes such as used bandages, infected cotton, drips, syringes and used needles, etc. comes under polluted wastes. All these wastes should be properly tied in bags and put them in the municipality bins for proper disposal. Understood these types? First one is dry waste, second is wet waste, third one is hazardous waste and fourth one is polluted waste. Children, now I think you understood the types, different types of wastes. In that already I told you wet wastes can be converted into manures. So, how means? For that we have to dig a pit. In this pit we have to put grass, leaves, cow dung, vegetable peels, fruit peels and on the top of that we have to put some soil also. And after 3-4 weeks or more than that, we can see that these things can be converted into manure. This manure is known as the compost. Then what do you mean by compost? Decayed organic material used as a fertilizer for growing plants is called compost. Once again I will repeat. decayed organic material used as a fertilizer for growing plants is called compost. If this manure is used to grow plants, it would be nice, wouldn't it? Especially in villages, wet waste will be put in a pit with grass, leaves, and cow dung. They convert this into manure they use to grow plants. Understood? Ah, okay. Children, have you seen water get collected here and there? Yes, I think you might have seen here and there. Water will collect and it is dangerous for all the living things, isn't it? And those type of water are called what? Yes, stagnant water. You might have seen sometimes the waste, dirty water comes from the houses and it is collected in the pit or here and there. This is generally called stagnant water. Understood? This place is best suited for mosquitoes to lay eggs, isn't it? Mosquitoes live and grow in this stagnant water and spread many diseases like cholera, dengue, chikungunya, malaria, so many. Children, just think if the people of this house had let this dirty or wastewater flow to plant beds in the garden instead of leaving it to stagnate here, mosquitoes would not have come here and there. They would not spread diseases, isn't it? People make the water stagnate. So for this reason, mosquitoes live and grow in this stagnant water. So people should allow household water, means wastewater, to flow into a garden or a soak pit. Okay, understood? Now let us study how we can reduce wastage or how we can manage these waste. Remember these points, children, always. Okay. First one, use usable bottles, means reusable bottles, plastics, etc. So, always try to use these reusable bottle, plastic things, etc. Second point, vegetable and fruit peel can be used to make compost. So, don't throw wet wastes like vegetable peels and fruit peels. We can make them to compost, and this compost make the soil fertile. Understood? And also, new things can be prepared. What? New things can be prepared from used plastic bottles, glasses and papers, etc. Used water can be used to watering plants. That means after the use of water in kitchen, use it again for watering plants. Always remember that one should minimize one's requirements. It reduces waste. Many used things like bottles, plastics and so many other things can be reused. This is called reusing. Decaying wastes such as fruit peel, vegetable peel can be converted into compost that can be used to grow plants. New things can be prepared from used plastic sheets, glass and paper. This is called recycling. Used water can be used to water plants or drained into the soak pits. Now I think you understood the meaning of waste. Okay, and what should people do with the waste generated at the house, how to make them aware of it, especially the uses of water, means the uses of waste. Okay, thank you children. Once again read the lesson, then you will understand clearly. Thank you once again.